everybody? It's your boy Cortez Mac, and you are tuned in to Real Talk with Cortez. Say what's up to tonight's guest, Rachel.
What's up, y'all?
You're joining us on the tail end of the first reunion episode for season 2 of On the Way Up Atlanta. So, Rachel, what are you thinking? How are you feeling on the heels of what was such an epic episode? Right, goosebumps.
I mean, if that's what you want to call them.
What would you call them?
Just ghetto. You know how when you in the ghetto and you just like, oof, I shouldn't be here. Dressed
up as royalty.
It's royalty. That's how I felt. Like I was dressed up on the west side of Chicago in Cabrini Green in the ghetto.
So I definitely want to see what you guys thought about tonight's episode. So be sure to drop your comments below so that we can go back, read them, agree, disagree, fill y'all out. But tonight, we're going to fill you out, Rachel. Okay. So before we get into the reunion, I want to talk to you about your season 2 journey. How do you feel season 2 went overall?
I mean, professionally, I feel like it went great. Like I showed a lot of growth on different projects I was working with. I'm working on finishing school during the pandemic. Ooh, baby, that was very difficult, especially because aesthetics is very hands-on. So learning how to manipulate and control and work on skin through a computer screen was very challenging. Also having a 14-year-old at home doing 8th grade work. I mean,
virtual?
It was virtual.
Oh
yeah.
My God.
Yeah, for the first 6 months of school, they were virtual. So it was challenging, but it's over. We did it. So I feel proud of myself about that. Also being more comfortable in front of the camera and acting more and not, being so scared. I just boxed myself in thinking that, I wasn't good enough to do it. So as far as that, I think I did amazing. But I'm not proud of my drinking. I'm not proud of the way that I handled certain situations with other castmates. I feel as though I could have come to them and talked to them without being so rah. But we did do a lot of drinking, and that's not an excuse. But we were in many party club scenes, which included alcohol. And so I'm just not really proud of that. That's not really who I am. So that's the only thing I take back.
But I think that a lot of people could relate to that because we all kind of have, well, not we all, because everybody doesn't drink, but those of us that do, we can all attest to those nights where we might have a little too much or we get in our feelings and we just get amped up. Yeah. And I mean, you just happened to do it on camera because you were living your life on camera. That's it.
I was, and I don't necessarily regret what I said, but I regret how I said it, the delivery. You know what I mean? Because everybody who knows me knows that I'm gonna keep it 1,000 regardless. Like I don't know how to sugarcoat and BS certain situations, and I don't expect people that are close to me. I don't expect for them to do that for me. Don't coddle me. Tell me how you really feel. And a lot of the castmates didn't like that. They didn't like that. So I just need to work on my delivery. That's all. Okay. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And so that brings us to our first game tonight.
Ooh,
right?
Okay.
And we kind of got a little bit of a segue, but not necessarily when we're going to make it work. We're going to make it fit, right? Okay. So communication seems to be something that I think you value with all of your castmates, I feel, or at least you should be able to value with all of them.
Right.
Right? So tonight we're going to play a quick game, and you are going to pick a song and dedicate that song to your castmates, right? So I want you to think about all the songs you know, and each of them is about to get a song dedication. So, because sometimes when you can't communicate, you do it through music.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a castmate, and I want you to tell me what song you would dedicate to them and why. You ready?
Okay.
All right, so let's start with Avery. What is his song dedication? What song you giving him?
Avery? So for Avery, because that really was my dog. We real friends. Okay. So I'm going to do my hitter.
My said I ride for my mug hitter.
Hey.
Okay, Avery. Shout out to
now
you.
What you get, baby?
Okay. All right, I like it. So next up, I gave you Devante. What song would Devante get?
Now, Devante my friend, too. But judging off of season 2, Devante gonna get Cry Baby.
Not calling him out. We love you, Devante.
It's all love, D.
We love you. If y'all saw the trailer, you already know, but it's all in love. He's an emotional being, but that's what we love about Devante.
Yes.
All right, what song would you give Paige?
I'm gonna give Paige Fergie. What is it? G-L-A-M. Okay. O-R-O-U-S. Okay. G-A-L.
Look at us, look.
Okay. O-R-O-U-S.
We flying first class.
That's you,
What's
Paige.
up, Paige?
Yes.
Okay. So that's her song. Why?
Because she's fabulous. Paige is just fabulous. She's fun. Her energy is always just... She's just the shit. I love Paige. That's my dog.
I love it. I love it. Is there anybody else on the cast that you feel like has a song that sticks out to them? I ain't gonna put you on the spot.
Oh yeah. Every time Phil comes in the room, I hear Big Sean. I don't fuck with you.
Oh,
you little stupid ass. I ain't with you.
Oh,
and look.
Phil.
Sorry.
No explanation necessary.
Just watch season 2 and you understand. Shut the fuck up.
Oh. Phil, I bop to the song, but that don't mean that I don't bop with you. But it is what it is. I love that song. Mm-hmm. Season 2 reunion, it goes down. We gonna see the conflict between y'all. But let's talk about season 2 overall. I want to go back into the events that led up to the reunion. Mm-hmm. Why do you feel like there was so much energy in the room on that day? What built up to certain conflicts?
A lot of things weren't addressed.
Okay.
It was a lot of backpedaling, it was a lot of backstabbing, it was a lot of, I say one thing, but when certain people are in the room, I change everything that I say. It was just a lot of fakeness. But what's so sad is everybody from season 1, we all became stronger and closer. Even the ones like Avery and Trey. Yeah. They did not rock with each other season 1, but they got along, they came together, they showed love to each other. Everybody did. But I feel like the newbies just brought this weird energy.
All of them collectively?
In their own certain special way. They did.
Oh, wow.
I do. Except Mayday. Mayday. I love Mayday. I love everybody. But Mayday really kept his nose clean. He didn't get involved too much in any of the drama. But as far as Blue, Easy, and Phil, I just feel like it was a lot of things that were being said behind closed doors that weren't being addressed. And when it was addressed, it was a lot of, I didn't say that, whatever. So I think that's why it was so hostile on the reunion.
Do you feel like any of the newcomers maybe got a rude awakening at the reunion?
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so.
All of them? Or
Phil.
Yeah?
For sure. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because Phil thought coming in, and this is what I was trying to say, I didn't get to speak at all directly when it came to Phil because he kept cutting me off, and I'm not about to keep arguing. Like, I said what I had to say, but as far as just continuously arguing with him, I wasn't going to do that. But Phil came in to the cast knowing what he was trying to do. What people don't know and people didn't see is that the night that we first met him at Match, he and I and Avery went to IHOP. And when we were sitting there, he said, I came here to stir the pot. I came here to shake the table. I came here to be the villain. And I told him, I just got chills. And Rachel don't lie. I don't lie.
We know that.
I told him, are you sure that's what you want? Because that villain seat may look all cool and fun to throw shade in this and that, but it's not a good position to be in. You got the whole world watching you, baby. You don't just have us that's gonna come for you. You have everybody else that's watching this show that's gonna come for you. I know what I'm doing. I know what I came here to do. So you came here with those intentions to stir the pot, to start drama, which you did. Mm-hmm. And then when it was shown, I didn't say that. That was production's fault. Production made me say that. He tried to blame it on Devante all the time. Well, Devante said that that's what he wanted me to do. No, baby, you said that that's what you were coming here to do. So don't backpedal now.
So do you see an opportunity for redemption for Phil or someone like him who the first season on the show, because we see this on not only just On the Way Up, but a lot of shows where someone does not represent themselves well their first time out in front of the camera. Do you think that he can redeem himself to the audience and to his other castmates?
I think that he could.
Yeah.
Only because people can change. If you really, truly, wholeheartedly, and genuinely want to change, it's possible. But that's only if he wants it. That's only if he wants to change and if he's willing to do the work to change and really be honest and apologize for the things, the hurtful things that he has said to certain cast members and that he's done. That's the only way it's going to be able to work. But if he keeps going on acting like, oh, I didn't say this, oh, I threw that rock, but no, I didn't. Like, it ain't never going to work for him. Ain't nobody going to want to rock with him, period.
Who do you feel like he most owes an apology to?
I really feel like he owes an apology to me and Avery the most. And Trey. Me, Avery, and Trey. And I only say me and Avery because with him being new, we welcomed him in with open arms, with no judgment, with no, oh, he's new, we don't know him, we'll just, feed him with a long handle spoon. No. We opened him in with open arms, like, come on, baby, welcome to the On the Way Up crew. Like, we love you, we proud of you, we're excited to see what you're gonna do. But for you to just do what you did and then try to play us like we crazy and I didn't say that and I didn't do that, like, I don't appreciate that. And I know Avery doesn't either. And then to try to suck us in to make it like that we were being problematic when we weren't, And then as far as Trey, oh yeah, hell yeah, he owes Trey the biggest apology. I don't know because clearly it's something that we don't know that's going on between the two of them.
What do you think that is?
I don't know. That ain't my business.
You Bennett, you ain't in it?
For real. Okay. My name Bennett and I'm not in it and I don't want to know. But from what I saw on...
Drink to that.
Okay, cheers. As far as what I saw on season 2, he bashed that man. And I would tell Trey, because again, Avery and I were the only ones that were like from the old cast, really spending time, personal time with Phil, phone calls, FaceTime, whatever. I told Trey, you might want to be careful because I'm like, is there an issue? I asked Trey, is there an issue with you and Phil? And he was like, no, I know Phil from around the way. We cool. And I'm like, I'm not. A lot of y'all think I'm messy, but I'm really not. And I told him, I was like, okay, if that's how you feel, cool, but just be careful. So then as the episode started to unfold, he called me or texted me and he was like, I see what you're talking about now. Because he thought that Phil was cool, but this man, I thought the Black Lives Matter, talking shit in the damn confessional.
Yeah, and we saw that on this week's reunion episode. We talked about the Black Lives Matter concert and, the fallout of that. How do you think the other castmates feel with all the tension going on? Because, and I asked that because, at the reunion, we had some people who were vocal and able to kind of, pick sides, I guess you can say, or advocate for who they felt was right or wrong in the situation. But some seemed to be kind of quiet. Paige wasn't there. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But do you feel like it brings an air of, like, uneasiness to the cast? Do you feel like there's just, like, always an elephant in the room when y'all are together?
I don't.
No?
I only feel like there's an elephant in the room when Phil is there. That's the only time.
So he's the common denominator.
I promise you he is, because we connected. We did so much together as a group. Even if we weren't all together at one time, it was majority of the cast or maybe, but every time he was there, it was a problem. No matter what, no matter the Friendsgiving, no matter the photo shoot, no matter Black Lives Matter, my birthday, every time he was around, it was an issue. Yes.
I want to go to your birthday. Birthdays were a big part of season 2. We saw multiple celebrations, and yours was one of those. How do you feel about having that be caught on camera?
It was cool. Yeah. It didn't go as I planned. I spent a lot of money for that venue, and a lot of people didn't show up. But it was cool. Like, I'm 30. I turned 32, and I've never done anything like that for myself before. And it was nice to just bring everybody in again and have some drinks and try to have some fun. It was dope.
You deserve a celebration, and I want to get into some of the reasons why right now, some of the things that you made it through in season 2. So I want to talk about, if you're open to it, some of the struggles that we saw on camera of season 2. We saw a lot with your family, and I want to ask you how things are right now with those situations.
Cortez, unfortunately, we are not okay. For a split second after my grandmother had passed away, we kind of all got back together, but unfortunately, my family is toxic. It's just, it's toxicity at its finest. And I was gonna say I'd rather much talk about Marked by Beauty because I don't even want to give them clout.
I feel you.
But I kind of do want to address some things. I do.
And I think it's important that what you just said with family being toxic, to those of you out there that have those toxic family members, y'all can probably agree with Rachel that sometimes when we have relationships or friendships that are toxic, it's easy to cut them off. But with family, we feel obligated to keep them in our lives because we're blood.
Yeah.
But we're not obligated.
We're not.
And you have shown us that when you don't want to deal with something or when you're not going to allow yourself to be subjected to something, you don't have to. So I commend you for that.
Thank
I
you.
want to thank you for putting that on camera. And so y'all,
Thank you.
if you have some thoughts on Rachel's situation and how she handled it, definitely drop those in the comments. I know that y'all are going to give her some love because you are universally loved by audience members. You get a lot of love from people.
I appreciate it.
Definitely. So,
Thank
and I
y'all.
feel like that's part of your chosen family, the people who you let into your life and the people that you allow to share, like your castmates, the fans. Those are people who you choose to allow in, and I think they're just as important.
They
and
are.
You have that love, definitely.
Yeah, I do. I didn't see it before, but I feel it now. I do,
Yeah?
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of those things that are going on now. Some things that you that we witnessed on camera. I know you want to dive a little bit deeper with some. Whenever you want to transition, let me know, and I got you. We'll move on.
Okay. So you all saw that I went to court. I went to jail. First time ever going to jail in my whole 30.
Last time ever.
And last. My sisters and I decided to throw the 21-year-old Haley a birthday party. She was I said this in the show, 6 of us. She was the last one out of the 4 oldest to turn 21. So we all came together, tried to throw her a celebration or whatever. But I don't. That baby is hurt. My sister is hurt. You know, and hurt people. And so even though we came together, she had the nastiest attitude, and she lashed out on all of us, and we all began to fight. It was not just me. It was my older sister and my cousin. We all had to fight her, and it wasn't like we jumped her. She was out of line. Like, do you have siblings?
Yeah, I do.
If they called you all types of bitches,
and they're younger,
yeah,
and they're younger, even worse. It gets different.
And not even like 2 years younger. Like it's a 10-year difference on us.
Same.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it got violent. Police. She called the police. Police came. What the police didn't see was that she was in my room and still verbally saying horrible things to me in my home as I'm trying to get her out. They should have never let her back in. And it was just a mess. They let her back in, and we fought while the police were standing there. And so I went to jail. You know what I'm saying? And so just recently, like even after the reunion, I just got my punishment. I just got all kind of craziness is going on behind this. But my grandmother died February 10th. When she died, I was like, you know, if something were to happen to my sisters, because we hadn't talked since then, a whole year later, we hadn't talked. And so I was like, if something were to happen to her and my mom, I would be devastated. So let me start back talking to them. And I did. And my older sister was like, don't do it. She was like, every time, you're the only one that forgives them. Every time. And they always hurt you. Every single time. I'm like, no, it's not going to be like that this time. And so I let her back in. She even came down here for 420. She was here a whole week. No issues. They came down again. Same shit. Disrespectful. I had to send my daughter a lot. And nobody knows my daughter is in Chicago right now with her father.
Oh,
Me
wow.
and her father have reconciled. We're on the road to healing. We're co-parenting now.
Okay.
So my daughter is with her father. But how she got there was not pretty. You know what I'm saying? And they came 2 days after me sending her home. And so it just got real ugly. Haley is the type of person that will poke, that will cut deep, say the worst of the worst. I mean, if you look on the Way Up Atlanta page right now, you can still see the comments that she has left on my business page. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're very hurtful. They're hurt. I never had a relationship with my mom. Everybody warned me to stay away from them, but I wanted that, and me wanting that cost me a lot. I lost a lot. So for anybody that's going through toxic situations with their family and feel like, oh, they're still my blood and whatever, let it go. It doesn't matter. Family just means that y'all share the same DNA. That doesn't mean that you have to smile in each other's faces. That doesn't mean you have to go to family functions. That doesn't mean you have to jeopardize your happiness and your peace to have a relationship. You can find family within your friends or whoever else that you surround yourself by. I have friends now here in Atlanta that I've only known for 3 years that love me genuinely more than I can ever say my mom ever loved me. You know what I mean? So that's that.
I feel it. I love that. And so now I want to ask you about your castmates in terms of that chosen family. Who stands out as being people who have really, stepped up and shown up for you on the cast?
Devante. Just Devante. Like, I'm cool with Avery and Trey and like I'm cool with everybody, but as far as like my personal life, Devante and Jalita's not even on the cast. She's production, but like that's my
shout out to
family.
G. We love you, G. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about Devante and the perception and the reaction that he gets from a lot of fans and what I would feel like is a lot of unfair backlash. How do you feel about people who say, he's too emotional or he shouldn't be a cast member or he shouldn't be involved because he's a producer? What would you say to those people?
So, as far as Devante being a castmate and being a part of production, I'm going to be honest. I think that was a recipe for disaster from jump because it's too hard
It's the honesty for me.
I mean, for real, being production is a whole different ballgame from being a cast member. So trying to intertwine those two, it was never going to work. And I've even felt like Devante kind of two-faced at me and did shady shit to me. Everybody has felt that way because we were all friends before anybody said I do to On the Way Up. I know as far as the old cast, that we were friends with Devante before On the Way Up even came about. So when things started to unfold, it was kind of like, well, damn, is he setting me up? Or is he doing this? Is he doing that? But on the production side, it's like, this is good for TV. Like, I need this for TV. But it's like, but we friends, my nigga. Like, why would you? So it should have never happened. Devante, either you're going to be a cast member, baby, or you're going to be a producer. You got to pick a side. You have to pick sides.
What do you feel about the park scene? That was an infamous scene from season 2 that we didn't really get to discuss like I wanted to at the reunion, or really at all at the reunion. But we're going to talk about it now. What do you think?
I think Devante was wrong because me knowing D, if somebody would have took that DL Media shirt and threw it at him, he would have been ready to knuck if you black. So I understand why he was mad. I understand his frustrations, but certain things shouldn't have been said and certain actions should not have been taken, period. You
feel like Mark handled that well?
I do, because a bitch like me would have knocked Devante out. I would, you want to throw shots? Sir, squat up. I would have. But Mark handled it well with all of us because we were all on Mark Bumper. We really were. And I feel bad about that too. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. And even Blue sitting there acting like she didn't say the things that really kind of made me look at Blue differently. Like, maybe you did come back to the section and say maybe he didn't have the money. But in her defense, I guess everybody was drunk. But if you drunk, then say, I may have said that.
Right.
You know what? I was fucked up. I don't remember verbatim what I said. But if you're saying that I said that, then God dang it, you probably right. I said it. So it was too much. And then even, I love Mark. He probably gonna be mad at me for saying this, but Mark acted like he didn't put his hands on Phil. And even though it was just a little spin a rule, you should have never put your hands on that man. Because if he would have put his hands on you, baby, you and what's my baby name? I'm having a brain fart. D. I'm sorry, D. It's all love. D. If they would have probably fought.
Yeah.
So it's just a certain.
That's big of you to say that.
Because I can't be. I'm not gonna be fake. I'm not. I'm just not. Everybody was wrong. I should have never cussed out Avery and booped him and Easy in the parking lot. Devante should have never threw the shirt. He should have never came from behind the camera. People should have said that they were going to be where they were supposed to be when they said that they were going to be there prior to the park scene. It's just a lot of factors that a lot of people are not taking responsibility for. So if everybody would have did what they were supposed to do, it would have never ended up the way that it did.
So, being that you and Devante are close, being that you understand, you know, his role as a producer, all right?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Because I still be like, it's because again, it's hard. It's hard to separate friendship from a reality show. It is. It's very hard. So, I mean, I get it, but I don't know.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough, but he is, you know, doing a great job, and he's growing along the way. So we're going to do another quick little evaluation game.
Okay.
I want you to give Devante, no, we're going to go through the season. Not just Devante. We're going to go through the cast. We're going to give everybody a glow and a grow. What's one thing they did well this season, which means you got to say something nice about them, no matter who it is.
Okay.
All right? Then you're going to give them a grow. So a glow is something they did well, something you like, and a grow is something that they can grow from or an area that they can grow in for season 3 if they return.
Right.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
So let's go with Easy to start. What is a glow for Easy for season 2? What did she do well?
She has a lot of funny jokes.
I was about to say Jeopardy music.
Doo-doo. No. Easy is hilarious. She has a beautiful personality. She can get along with anybody in the crowd, and she can bring a crowd out. Even though COVID was very, very much real, here in Atlanta, the events that she did host, she always gets it popping. So kudos to you, Easy.
Do you feel like we got to know her, the true her, on the show?
No.
No?
And even as a castmate, I don't know Easy.
Damn.
I just know Easy as turn up. Let's turn up.
What do you think? Why do you think there was a barrier there or a wall up there?
I think Easy is very private, and she's just not gonna let people in her life, people that she don't know, and I can't knock her for that. But she didn't really. I know me personally. I don't know Erica Bell. I don't. Yeah.
Would you like to?
Yeah, of course. Easy, cool. Easy. I know she think I'm crazy as a Betsy bug. That's fine. But yeah, I would absolutely love to get to know Blue. Damn, Easy. Yeah.
Not mixing them up.
That's because they're both light skinned.
Oh, wow. So we all look alike.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right, so let's go to Mayday. Glow and a grow for Mayday. What's something he did well in season 2?
Mayday is unproblematic. Mayday was just there. He came to everybody's event that he could come to. He showed who he was and what he was about. He is awesome. I love Mayday for real, inside and out.
And what's a grow for Mayday? What's something he can do better in season 3?
Just not let the unknown get to him.
Explain.
At the reunion.
So we just gotta
You just gotta watch. My boy was pissed off, baby. He was pissed, so he just gotta roll with it.
Y'all definitely stay tuned for the rest of the reunion. The next 2 episodes, you will see a lot of things, and some of the cast members, their actions and their reactions may catch you by surprise. So Mayday is one who definitely had, his feelings about the events of that day. So we will see those and how they transpired and how people, felt.
Yeah.
So I want to go next to Paige. A glow and a grow. What's something she did well, season 2?
Paige. I mean, I could talk all day about Paige. Let me stop because she kissing Paige ass like they do with Devante, but no.
Supporting your friends.
Right. Paige, she handled pregnancy well during COVID. She still worked. She still grinded. She still stayed positive despite all of the ups and downs and highs and lows. So she really blossomed into a new mommy.
A new mommy, and we want to send you all the love and support, Paige. No need for a grow. We're just going to talk about the glow that you had this season. We missed Paige at the season 2 reunion for an unfortunate loss in her family, but we want to send you our continued condolences, well wishes, love, and support. We are thinking of you, and we can't wait to see what you have in store for us. We know that some great music is on the horizon.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So before we get out of here, we do have to talk about one of the biggest events from tonight's episode.
Okay.
Now, Devante and Avery popped it off. We weren't even all the way through intros, And we saw Devante and Avery just start to go at it. How did you feel being in the midst of all? Because you were on that front row, Avery's right behind you within earshot. So I know you heard probably more than what we heard.
Indeed. But it's a blur. Like rewatching it is like, y'all really showed y'all asses. Y'all did a whooping. Oh my God. They cut up.
They did.
Oh my God, but
quickly.
Yes.
Like
it was like expeditiously.
I'm like, we're gonna at least get through an hour.
No.
20 minutes.
No. Them babies had their Vaseline and all kind of stuff under their chairs, baby. She ready. I was shocked. Yeah. I was not expecting that from neither one of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I knew the tensions were already high because it was some words being exchanged before we even started filming. But that was definitely unexpected. Y'all showed y'all behinds. Y'all need y'all behinds whooped. But it's good for TV because that shit was funny as hell.
It definitely was entertaining. It wasn't as entertaining being in the middle of it. I will tell y'all that now. But being, on the tail end of it and looking back, I could say that I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it a lot. So what was your favorite moment from the reunion?
Honestly, I'm going to be real selfish right now. But my favorite moment of the reunion was me. Because I showed so much growth.
Oh, yes.
Even in the first...
Season 2?
Because, baby, a lot of people know I don't play about Devante, but this time my friend had to fend for himself because I just can't. I don't want to be in the midst of no more drama. I don't want to be doing all that hooping and hollering. And so the way that I handled myself in the midst of all the chaos, I did amazing. So I'm proud of myself. I'm very proud.
I'm very proud of you too. I think you had an amazing season. And I think that's why the audience loves you so much. You just bring a sense of comfort, and you're just somebody that is so easy to root for. Aww. And to see you win this season, it really, really made me happy personally. You better not cry here because I will cry too. I don't like skin. I'm gonna be red and ugly, and I'm gonna look sick. All right, right. We look sick when we cry. So let me ask you this: you have so many great things that you're doing right now. You finished esthetician school. You've got, that's hard to say, esthetician.
It is. It's definitely a tongue tie.
Right? And you got Mark My Beauty that is just prospering and just glowing and growing. Look, the game returning, glowing and growing. I want to ask you about where you see yourself in the next year. 365 days. Tell us where you're going to be.
Oh, well, come on. This is manifestation at its
finest.
Let's
get it.
So in the next year, I plan on being a licensed esthetician. I take the test August 29th.
And will.
July 29th, sorry. I plan on having a new car. I plan on having a suite for Mark by Beauty. I plan on having a house, like a mortgage note. I plan on being the best mother that I can be, even though me and my daughter are in different states. I just plan on really making Mark by Beauty a complete health and wellness brand. Inside and out. All about mental health, love, beauty, respect, self-love. That's all I think about all the time. So Mark by Beauty got some big stuff coming up. I don't even want to talk about it because it's coming.
Let them just see it when it's there.
Just see it, yeah. Oh, you'll see it. My actions will be better than these words here. So
I love it.
Yes, sir.
I love you so much.
I love you too, Cortez.
You are so awesome. Y'all, we had to hug. We had to hug it out, y'all. So thank y'all for your time tuning in for Real Talk with Cortez with Rachel. We got 2 more episodes of the reunion on the way. Stay tuned for a preview of episode 2 right now. See y'all soon.
Bye, guys.
You got a job, dude. I'm glad you found a job. All my shit is in my name. And in my name, too.
All right, Rachel, I want to go to you now, Rachel. I want to see your perspective on this.
Everybody want to turn up when the cameras and the lights on.
Ain't nobody turning up for them. Ain't no cameras. Move the camera. Move the camera. Move the camera. Ain't nobody got to turn up.
Mark, I don't have no beef with you. I don't have no problem with you. I called you. I don't have no problem with you. I came here thinking that our beef was over with, and you still own it. You still talking about it. I thought our beef was over. You've been trying to attack me since I've been here.
No, I have not. Phil,
And
honestly, I
when
tried to be your friend. I tried to be your friend. I tried to be your friend.
You call me fake and everything.
Because you are. You are. Because my grandma what? Because my grandma what?
You've got to stop this. You have got to stop this. I've watched this show all season. I've watched how they misconstrued everything they've done to themselves. That includes my son. And I love him to death.
You letting all these fucking looky-loos and the people who think they got any goddamn thing in your life to run what you do.
You know what?
I didn't ask you to speak. When I'm ready for you to speak, I'm gonna let you know. When I get through, you can talk.